Welcome back, everybody, to another session with Cooking with Billy the Kid. Today we're going to do a bolognese sauce with a migliacchi pasta, excuse me. And then we're going to do a nice stuffed zucchini with a homemade stuffing. Let's get started with what we got to do. So you know, this is what we need for the bolognese. We have onion, carrot, celery, and tomato, a little bit of parsley and garlic. Basically, everything's cut to the same size so it cooks basically at the same time. Nothing cooks faster than each other, except the garlic. It's the only thing we're really not worried about. Over here, we have a little bit of pork shoulder, because we're going to do pork. I'm going to do pork and beef in this bolognese. And we have some nice steak here. Bolognese, by the way, is not done with chopped meat. A real bolognese is done with cut steak and cut pork. Okay. Let's do this. Let me move this for a minute. Okay. I have a couple shout outs today. One is to my wife Stu, who does all the cleaning when we're done here. Without her, we'd have a real mess. My other one is to my son, who does all the filming, and to everybody out there who watches every week. You guys, we're doing really well. We're getting a lot of views, and that's because of you guys, and I want to thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to dice up our steak. Get rid of this fat here. We don't need that. Okay. We'll leave a little fat for some flavor. We're going to drain it off anyway. After the meat browns a little bit, we're going to drain the fat off anyway. Get our pan started. It's almost ready. It's getting nice and hot. I always say never start off. You got to start off with a really hot pan if you want your dish to come out right. This is like pound and a half, a little more than a pound and a half of steak sliced in. This is the center cut, and we got a little bit of pork shoulder with the bone, which we're going to debone in a minute. Get it all browned up for you. And again, even with your knives, make sure your knives are nice and sharp when you're working with them, because if they're not sharp, you're going to get hurt. That's how people get cut. And this is has a lot of flavor in this dish, a really good dish. I enjoy it. Let's get some olive oil. We're going to start off with a good extra virgin olive oil. Today we're using Bertolli olive oil. Start off with a really good extra virgin olive oil. That pan's a little too hot. Let's get this in there and get it started. Okay, get our pork in. We're actually just going to make today a stuffed zucchini, but we have some friends now decided to come over, so I figured I'd throw a little twist in there and make a little bolognese. And again, bolognese is not chopped meat. When they serve you bolognese with chopped meat, send it back. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, not too much pepper. Put that flame up there again. And we're going to transfer, we're going to start right now. We're going to get the back burner going. And after this meat browns, we're going to start doing the vegetables in the back one. And after this meat browns, which is almost there, we're going to wait for the pork now a little bit. We're going to transfer the meat into the pot, and then we're going to move everything over and start our zucchini. Okay, again, we have garlic, bay leaf, just 2 bay leaves, onion, carrot, fresh parsley, celery, and plum tomatoes. We're also going to put a can of condensed tomato, not condensed, pure tomato into the sauce to thicken it up as we go. Just set this on the top over here for a second. Okay, the garlic we're going to put fairly big today because we want it to basically match up with the other vegetables. Alright, we're almost there. Olive oil is getting ready. Okay, garlic is in. I'm going to get the rest of our vegetables in. Everything's just going to go right in. Except the parsley, excuse me. I'm going to wait on that. Bay leaves go in, tomatoes go in. Celery goes in. This is a great dish when it's all prepared. All right, now we're going to strain off our meat. If you actually too much fat here, so we're okay with it. Right on the top. You'll let them start to condense a little bit and cook up. in the back. Now also what's going to go in here, we have a little bit of chicken stock, which is going to go in here, and heavy cream, but that's not till a little later on when everything starts to soften up a little bit. We're going to cover this, get it cooking a little faster. I'll put this parsley on the side now. Okay, this is basically what we have for our stuffing for the zucchinis. We're going to bolt them out. Do this first. Okay. Pan's getting hot. And these you don't have to blanch off, because we're boating them out where they're thin enough. We're going to stick them actually in the toaster instead of putting the oven on. It's too hot to put the oven on. So we're going to stick them in the toaster for a few minutes, and they're going to cook up just fine. We're getting right to the wall of the zucchini. Okay, now we'll get our oils. Our pan is hot. Again, a good extra virgin olive oil. And we are going to start off with our pork. We're going to put it right in, and I'm going to go wash my hands. Okay. Pork is in, and that's a hot sausage. That is an appetito sausage. We're going to switch these up. I need to heat the hotter one over here now. All right, here we go. Okay, let's finish bolting these out. Of course, one has to break. Actually, two break. And again, we're going to get rid of this now. Right in the garbage. And back to the sink to wash your hands again. The one's going to cook some. And this sausage, I took out of the skins earlier. And again, this is spicy appetito sausage. We're going to brown this sausage off also. And after you have this stuffing, you'll never go back to grandma's stuffing. This stuffing is really, really good. Okay, we're getting somewhere with our vegetables. Let this simmer a little bit more, and then we're going to start adding some chicken stock and some other stuff to this. Here, we want to keep the grease. It's going to add flavor. We don't want to get rid of this grease. We want to keep this grease. We're actually going to add more grease. We're going to add some butter to this also. to give myself a little room here. And we're going to put our onion right in. This is one medium-sized onion, and this onion gives everything the flavor here. We're going to put our parsley right in with this. And again, in here, we have the meats, the pork, the beef, celery, carrot, onion, bay leaf, and a little garlic. Once we go translucent with these onions, half a stick of butter, and this again, this is one of them things. Butter's the finishing agent. This fish I cook with butter also. I know I go against what I said. Okay, we're almost there. A little longer. Let's get some salt and pepper in there. A little salt. Not too much pepper because we have a lot of the hot pepper already. And we only need to stuff a couple of these. And the rest will be eaten with bread, believe it or not. And this usually goes pretty quick. Okay. Alright, bolognese is coming along. Now with the bolognese, we are going to drop in our tomato sauce. Tutto rosso tomato sauce, just tomatoes. I'm going to let that simmer a little bit. Rinse this. It would be easier if I took out another spoon, but okay. Now we're going to start mixing. Okay. Once again, set the hell in the wine. This is what makes this. I'll put a little wine in our bolognese. Let's get this thing hot. Okay. All right, now, what we're going to do is add a little bit of dry chicken stock. That's about 2 bouillon cubes worth. And we're going to put a cup of water in there, and then we're going to mix some breadcrumbs in there. And again, with this, you don't want to put too much salt, because the chicken stock contains a lot of salt, especially if you're using a Knorr. The dry chicken stock like I use contains a lot of salt. Wow, look at that. That smells great. Now we're going to put the other half of butter in. Whole stick of butter for the stuffing. Alright, this is going pretty nicely. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, now, again, chicken stock. We're going to build this up a little bit, and then we're going to let it reduce down. Again, about 2 bouillon cubes worth of chicken stock. A little more than a cup of water. Put a little more than that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to be a nice sauce. Rinse my spoon off once again, and we're going to do our finish up our stuffing. I wish you could smell it. It smells great. These are panko breadcrumbs. And I don't measure them, to be honest. I eye it up. Now I see things a little more fluid. Actually, it's not bad. I'm just going to let it toast a little bit now. Just like that. Keep flattening it out. Let it hit the bottom. Let the bottom get hot. Then we'll flip it, darken it up a little bit. There you go. And a little more oil in there right there. A little more butter. Yeah. And like I said, once you have this stuffing, you're never going to want another stuffing. It's really, really good. Really good like this. Rinse my spoon once again. And there really is no cross containment here because same meats. So we have nothing crossing. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Stick this in the back for a second. Bring this up to the front. It'll thicken up nice. There's no cross-contamination there at all. I'll drop it on parsley. Okay. Let's prepare our zucchinis. We're almost ready, actually. Shortly, we're going to be ready for heavy cream, and then this will be done. And again, we put a little bit of wine in there, and it goes well. The heavy cream doesn't destroy it. Let's do that. No, my other spoon. Shut this back burner off. Okay. Like I said, we're going to throw these right in the toaster oven. Make it real easy. And this is actually my Aunt Kathy's, one of her favorite dishes. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. Now, would you rather have chopped meat or nice chunks of steak? Alright. Alright, there we go. I'll lower this down so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Oh, that smells great. It's almost ready. Almost ready. Throw a little twist in this. A little bit of fresh mozzarella. Not fresh, I'm sorry. A little bit of mozzarella. Alright, put this puppy in the oven. Well, in the toaster anyway. Get this oil out of our way. I left my spoon in there so I could burn my hand. Look at that. She's hot. Go. Now, yes. Back to the sink to wash my hands again. Oh, that just smells great. Back to the butter. I'm actually using butter as a finishing agent that I keep saying. A little bit of butter. And the magic touch, a little bit of heavy cream. Now that's a bolognese. Look at that, how nice. Alright, we just gotta let this settle up a little bit. We're gonna come to a nice roaring boil again, and then we're gonna plate. This is a pound of migliore pasta. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Probably not. The nice heavy pasta with the nice heavy sauce, it's going to go well together. Oh yeah, look at that, that's beautiful. Let's shut it down. Okay. Here we have a good Pecorino Romano cheese from a store that I mention quite often, Albanese. And actually the pasta is from Albanese. This particular pasta is imported. You can't get this pasta around. Okay. That is a really, really nice sauce. This. Look at that, how nice. Okay, and we're going to take a nice handful of our Pecorino Romano. If I can get the damn thing open. And be generous with the cheese. This you need, be generous. This parsley was cleaned earlier. And that's our dish. Now, we're going to pull out our other dish. Okay. That's one dish here. Remove this. And here are our stuffed zucchinis. Okay. And let's throw a little twist in it. And once again, I was lazy and I went and bought the balsamic drizzle. Instead of me making it, it's just easier to buy. And this is cooking made easy. And there you have it, folks. Those are our dishes for the day. Bolognese, stuffed zucchini, I hope you guys like the show. Keep sending in your comments. And again, we're doing really, really well because of you guys. We had a ton of views. I won't even tell you how many because you wouldn't believe me. Go back to the website, look how many views we got. Let's beat it this week. Thank you very much for everything. Keep sending in all your requests. Have a great night. Thank you.